Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday and Merry Christmas. This is a new episode of the Right Info Podcast Show with your host, Antoine, speaking. Hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas today. Kids got their gifts, parents got their gifts. The day after Christmas, that they call it, is Return Back Day, where you take back the gifts that you don't like and stuff, and, see if you can find something that you really like. Everybody probably sitting up tonight drinking hot chocolate, still sitting around talking, eating dinner, watching that new Color Purple musical, which is made into a movie, came out today at theaters nationwide across the country. I'm going to probably check it out this weekend, whatever, if I ever have the time. But right now, I'm just sitting here watching the original Color Purple, the movie that came out back in 1985 by Steven Spielberg. So, this is Christmas, time for joy, giving, family, friends, togetherness, sharing, and all the other good stuff that goes on with Christmas. The gifts that keep on giving, sharing is caring, making sure everybody's fine and okay, and people are enjoying whatever gifts they get, from family, friends, or whoever you're related to. But tonight I'll be talking about a special topic dealing with Christmas. The title of this topic is called A Blog for Christmas, Fruitcake, a history from mock to masterpiece. Now, ladies and gentlemen, fruitcakes, those sturdy and storied desserts that have earned, both adoration and bemusement, have long held a unique place on holiday tables around the world. Now, beyond their dense texture and vibrant mosaic and candy fruit and nuts, these cakes carry a rich history that stretches back to the annals of time, like going back to ancient Egyptian times, as a matter of fact, which, intertwined with cultural traditions and seasonal celebrations. Now, as I delve into the journey of how fruitcakes evolved and explore the intriguing origins of their association with Christmas, I will also peel back the layers to reveal a chronicle that has been often been misunderstood. It's much like the cake itself, the fruit cake. People say when you think of fruit cake, you think of, people that act kind of sweet or whatever, but that's not the topic here, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the actual fruit cake, the holiday delicatessen that's made every Christmas, the cake with the fruit and nuts and all that stuff in there. The people like and people hate, depends on who you're talking to about it as far as that's concerned. Now, my first issue of the fruitcake deals with tying the knot. Now, fruitcakes and Christmas tradition. Now, the close association between fruitcakes and Christmas tradition became more pronounced as the years went by. Now, the unique qualities of fruitcakes, including their longevity and rich flavors, make them a practical and symbolic choice for the festive season. Now, baking fruitcakes well in advance allow families to savor the anticipation of the holiday while indulging in that treat that's been planned many, many months before. You can't just make a fruit cake, right off bat. It takes time, patience, effort, and the right ingredients that you need in order to make it. Now, one notable aspect of the Christmas fruitcake is the practice of quote unquote feeding the fruitcake with alcohol over time. I mean, I rarely didn't even know that people placed alcohol in fruitcakes, adding an ingredient like that into it. Now, the process not only enhanced the flavor, but also acts as a form of preservation, ensuring the cake remains moist and delectable. Now, the use of alcohol also aligns with the spirit of celebration and merriment that has characterized the holiday season. You got Christmas, we have a little alcohol. New Year's, we're definitely gonna have a little alcohol because we'll be bringing in 2024 next week, as in next Sunday, next Monday, because next Sunday is New Year's Eve, and next Monday will be the beginning of 2024. I was just talking about that because alcohol, the role that it plays in food sometimes. And now we are in what we have, what I want to discuss, the modern era and beyond of how fruitcakes then and fruitcakes today, how it's made, how it affects us, how, the taste, the feel, the texture, the scent, all that stuff. Now, in the modern era, as of today, fruitcakes have retained their special place in holiday celebrations with a touch of nostalgia and reverence to tradition. Now, while newer and trendier desserts have emerged, the fruitcake's enduring appeal lies in its historical significance and emotions it evokes. Now, today's fruitcakes often blend the classic elements of dried fruits and nuts with contemporary twists, catering to a variety of tastes. There's different stuff added to fruitcakes, not just candies and nuts. Sometimes may add a little candy, corn, popcorn. Some people, I think, added a little pieces of vegetables in a fruit cake. If you don't know fruit cakes, you can have like you call a veggie cake. But I really never heard of that. That's just something I just thought of. But I'm sure they have a veggie cake out there somewhere. Now, as we all savor a slice of that fruit cake during the Christmas season, I know probably some here in America and around the world savor that taste tonight. The Christmas weekend and stuff, which is upon us. We take a moment to reflect on the centuries of history that has contributed to this cherished tradition. Now, from ancient Egyptians to medieval Europe and to the age of exploration. Now, fruitcakes have traversed time and culture, embodying an essence of culinary evolution and cultural exchange. Now they say that the fruitcake, goes all the way back to ancient Egypt. So I guess they had it back then. Probably the pharaohs, the kings and queens, they probably had it. The bakers may have made an earlier version of the fruitcake compared to the fruitcakes that we know today. And it also expanded back to medieval Europe, during the times of, William the Conqueror, Oliver Cromwell, the kings, knights, castles, and all that stuff, it goes back to that time as well. So, it's very interesting. I didn't know that. I had to research that. So, wow. I did my research. So, that was what's really, added on as far as the history of the fruitcake is concerned. And, we also went through the age of exploration where new things were discovered, the Industrial Revolution. Before that, the Gilded Age and all that. The fruitcake went through a lot over the years. It went through times. It went over thousands of years, probably way before ancient Egypt, but who knows? I did a blog today. I posted a blog today on the right info. You all can turn to it, go to it whenever you can. WordPress.com, Tumblr, or link it. Most likely will be posted. Facebook probably. You all can read the written version of the fruitcake, how it became about. This is the podcast topic, the show topic version of the fruitcake. Of giving you all a full history, a brief history, not a full history, because I'll be talking all night about the full history of the fruitcake. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put you all through that. And I know people are still enjoying Christmas and all, sitting around with their families. And they don't want to sit around and listen to a podcast or reading a blog if they want to. If they don't have anything else better to do, that'll be something to do. Now, let's talk about a slice of nostalgia and tradition. Now, during my research of the fruitcake and its effect on not only Christmas seasons, it can have an effect, or it can be eaten during any season. Matter of fact, it can be eaten any time besides the Christmas season. Now, the journey of the fruitcake, from ancient Egyptians' ingenious use of preserved fruits to the opulent feasts of medieval Europe and joyous celebrations of the Victorian era. That's the age of Queen Victoria back in the 19th century. From her rule from 1837 to 1901. It has been the fruitcake of flavor-filled odyssey. It's traveled a lot. It's a story of adaptation and evolution as each era brought new ingredients, techniques, and customs to the mix, resulting in a rich and complex flavor we enjoy today. It's been a while since I had a fruitcake, and I like them and they taste good, but it's been a long while since I myself had some fruitcake. Maybe I should go out to the store and get some whenever I want, If I have a taste, who knows? I just might do that. I don't know, maybe this weekend or whatever, next week or whatever, probably around New Year's or shortly after the beginning of the new year. Now, In a world filled with, fleeting trends and ever-changing tastes, the fruitcake remains one of the most steadfast symbols of tradition, passed down through generations like a treasured family heirloom, like, old dress, old pants, a necklace, a pair of diamonds, pair of pearls, earrings, whatever. Its presence on the holiday table is a comforting um, reminder that despite the passage of time, something remains delightful. A delightful meal. We still enjoy it this many years after it was created and all, and it's something to enjoy. Grab you go to the store, grab your fruitcake. Have you some, see how it tastes. I know I'll probably get some. It's been like it would probably go good with milk if you warm it up real good, even after it's cooked. I would like to sometimes warm mine up, then have it with some milk, and that'll really set it off. Um, I will just give y'all a nice little Christmas blog about the fruitcake and, its historical roots from all the way back then to all the way now. I know this podcast, it's not short, but it's a nice little going on 11, going on 12 minutes. I haven't done a podcast since like last week, so I decided to go ahead and do one, and I'm definitely going to do one either this week or around New Year's. But talking about the fruitcake was what I want to discuss. It's one of the desserts that we all love to enjoy. Some love to hate it, some hate to love it. But other than that, you can't say, you never had it before. I'm sure everybody had a piece of it before. I know I have, and I'd like to try some again. If I find some at the store, I'll probably get one or buy a slice or whatever. So with that being said, this is the end of the Right Info podcast show with your host Antoine speaking. I hope you all enjoy this podcast and you all enjoy the rest of you all's holiday week, couple of weeks or whatever until the new year comes. Next Monday we'll be in 2024. And I just wanted to say, hope you all listen to this podcast, get some information from it, read the blog that I wrote about the fruitcake from the Right Info. And this here, the Right Info podcast show. And I am going to sign out and say good night, Merry Christmas, enjoy the rest of you all's week. And this week, next week, New Year's and all that. This is Antoine signing out. You all take care of yourselves. Love you all. Bye-bye. And be sweet as always and take care. And so long.